Yo, yo, yo. What's up? So you wonder why kids may be feeling like they're gay. They love the same sex. Boys like boys, girls like girls. Oh, it's alright. They just feel that way. That's the way they were born. No, the heck it wasn't the way they were born. It's the government screwing with your daggone minds. The government trying to ruin your lives. They're trying to control you. They're trying to take over your body. They're trying to tell you what's right and what's wrong. So what? My child likes the same sex. I'm going to agree with them. Yeah, you can't blame the child for the way they feel, because it's the government doing it. And the proof is right here. The people are injecting oxytocin into vegetables, green beans, any greens. Some of our bodies may be able to control it, while others' bodies don't know what to think. So the brain saying, oh, this is good. Is it really good? Greens are good for you. Greens may be good for you. But the government is using that to brainwash you, to make you like the same sex. I may be wrong about this, but it's the way I feel. But they're injecting it with oxytocin. Do you know what oxytocin is? The two main actions of oxytocin in the body are contraction of the wound, the uterus, during childbirth and lactation. Oxytocin stimulates the uterine muscles to contract and also increases production of prostaglandins, which increases the contractions further. So you can't blame the child for the way they feel, because it's the government. The government is screwing with you. The vegetables are being injected with oxytocin and sprayed with silicone to look bigger and fresher. So you're putting silicone in our body. It's sold in medical stores, and they inject it in the vegetables during the night and during the day and in the morning to make it look bigger in size. Therefore making it fresh. Farmers also color vegetables with manufacturing dyes, malachite green. Everyone who is in business does it. We have been doing this for over 8 to 10 years. Inflation is rising to sustain our livelihood. And there it goes right there. Oxytocin can cause psychiatric side effects in big doses. If it causes psychiatric side effects in high doses, look at what you're giving your child. You're feeding these greens that are being dosed up and injected with oxytocin, which is made for a woman's body that was doing with childbirth. Oxytocin is also a powerful hormone that acts as a neurotransmitter in the brain. It regulates low battery. It regulates social interaction and sexual reproduction, playing a role in behaviors from maternal infant bonding and milk release to empathy, generosity, and orgasm. Kids shouldn't be facing orgasms when they're just a daggone little child. And you're giving them oxytocin by dosing it up in these green beans and all that stuff. That video was in India. But where are the people that's farmers around here? Farmers, let your people know what you are putting in your greens. If you don't put none of this stuff in there, let people know. Then people might buy greens from you instead of buying them from these stores that are selling them from places that are putting it in there. Why should we buy from stores that are inducing our children's minds to think they are gay? So therefore, we can't blame the child for being gay. All these people look at these children and say, oh, you're wrong. God hates you for feeling this way. Yeah, God hates sin, but he loves a sinner. These children may be feeling that they're that way, but it's not their fault when these people are injecting the stuff in our foods. Well, there's adults that like the same sex. Why are they that way? I eat greens every day. I don't feel that way. Maybe your system knows how to control it. Maybe your system says, hey, this ain't right. Let's kick it out. While other adults, the brain says, well, I love this. Let me keep assuming it. And then the brain tells the adult's mind, hey, this is correct, so you should love it. So they believe it. And they say, oh, my brain says I'm gay, so I must be gay. Well, I was born this way. Well, why are boys feeling gay? Why are little girls feeling gay? Because they're injecting this stuff into your foods. Why else? Well, my child eats greens and they're fine. They don't feel that way. They must have a better system than these other people. Their system says, hey, this ain't right, and kicks it out. While other people's immune says, hey, this is good, let's accept it. Let's brainwash this child's mind. So therefore, they grow up thinking they're gay, so they accept it. And they say, well, hey, my brain says I'm gay, so I'm going to be gay. What do you think? I don't eat greens. Well, I do eat greens, but I don't eat that many of them. Why? Because they started injecting stuff with, what was it? GMO products. Genetically modified products. Genetically modified. You're injecting stuff with genetics to brainwash our children into thinking they are something that they aren't. They were born a boy. Government screw off and let the person be a boy. If they were born a girl, government screw off and let them be a girl. Don't try to tell them they are otherwise. And if they're a boy, saying, oh, you're a girl, you act like a girl. Well, if you're a girl, you act like a boy, you're a boy. The hormone, it can also cause or strengthen labor contractions during childbirth and control bleeding after childbirth. It can also be used to induce abortion. Induce abortion. So while you're pregnant, you should eat greens. It's healthy. Induce abortion. So is that saying that if you're eating these greens and you're pregnant, if you have a miscarriage and you lose the baby, the government, is that saying the government caused you to have a miscarriage because you ate greens, because the doctors told you to eat greens? This video might make people hate me, but the truth freaking hurts. They're injecting oxytocin into our plants, our food. Playing with our minds. Making us think that we are something that we aren't. Therefore, I don't blame the child for feeling the way they feel. Because what I take from that video is true. It's the government brainwashing our child to think that way. So therefore the child is believing their brains from what the government is injecting into our foods. Or the farmers that may be injecting it. So before you go and judge a child for liking the same sex. Look to these farmers. Look to the government. Start questioning them and ask them, are they injecting our food that I'm buying from the store with this oxytocin that is made for women, that deals with a woman's body? Peace out. My phone's about to die.